the annual Sport Industry Awards gives recognition to the elements that make up the professional industry of sports in South Africa. Out in the northern suburbs of Johannesburg, the brains behind the successful campaigns and brands, the lifeblood of professional sport, will be given recognition for their efforts in the last year. And my colleague Xoli Zondo is speaking to some well-known sports personalities to reflect on the year that was in the sporting arena. Good evening, Xoli. Many have been wondering where the one-third of the full view trio of ladies is tonight. You're hobnobbing with the best that sports has to offer. How's the atmosphere this hour?
Well, absolutely, Mfundo. Now, Midrand Johannesburg has been a buzz since a few hours before this, and that is because the 2024 Sport Industry Awards are about to get underway in just a few minutes' time. The industry leaders are here in their numbers, and which is why you hear the chatter in the background. And truly the importance of these awards are also to recognize these industry leaders that make it possible for sport as a business to continue running. And so we need to make sure that they are receiving their accolades that they deserve. Sitting next to me, I'm very excited, is Rachel Kolisi, who is the co-founder and CEO of Kolisi Foundation. It is so good to have you with us right here on The Full View on SABC. And you know, it's such a pivotal time in South Africa where the voice has become louder in terms of GBV, which is something that the Kolisi Foundation stands for and speaks out against.
Absolutely. I think tonight is a phenomenal night, and I'm so grateful that you guys are here tonight and so many phenomenal leaders in our sports industry. Yes, gender-based violence is a huge part of the work that we do through the Kolisi Foundation. Of course, gender-based violence is pretty much a pandemic in South Africa within its own right, and all of us should be doing a lot of work to make sure that we're tackling it. So we've got a number of different ways that we're addressing it and trying to deal with it, and it's just something that feels like it's constantly overpowering women in our country, and we just believe in empowering women as much as possible and making sure that we're addressing it as far as we possibly can.
Absolutely, because you speak about the importance of empowering women, and one of those ways is through sport. We've seen what women in sport have been able to achieve in just the past couple of years. Where do you, as Rachel and the Kolisi Foundation, stand on this?
Yeah, absolutely. I think that women in sport is finally becoming a conversation, not just across the globe, but especially in South Africa as well. We've seen what the women in our soccer teams have been able to achieve. We've seen what our rugby teams have been able to achieve. Our netball team has been able to achieve. So I really think that the women that are currently in the sporting codes that they are in are really just kind of standing up and putting themselves at the forefront. I mean, we had our women's cricket team in the World Cup final very recently, and so I think just the fact that the women are really just putting a stamp in the ground and saying, like, we are here, we have arrived, and we want support, we need more support. I'm constantly blown away by the stories of these women and what they have to overcome and what they have to do on a daily basis so that they're able to work and continue in their career. And so we are very proud through the Kolisi Foundation to support women in sport, and I'm very excited to see tonight what pops up with women in sport as well.
No, absolutely, and hoping that a lot of these sporting codes can be professionalized so we don't see women having to balance working and representing their country. But of course, a big thing is the awards. You know, you spoke about it this evening, just the importance of recognizing these industry leaders that make sure that sport is profitable, because at the end of the day, we need to make sure that all the stakeholders that are involved are getting a handsomely rewarded.
Yeah, and I mean, ultimately, South Africa is a small country, right? But we have got so much power. We've got such warmth in our people, and we really shine as a country when it comes to sport. I mean, if you look at the Olympics, if you look at World Cups, if you look at women in sport, our men in sport, children in sport, like, we really just place ourselves on the global stages through sport. And I think that there's so many industry leaders here tonight that are really just stepping up and saying, like, hey, we are here, we're here to support. And it's great to see a lot of the industry leaders choosing to go the journey with sport and not just do a one-stop shop or a here and there, how we can support you for a year, but really go on the journey and a long journey. So excited to see what tonight is all about. Very grateful to be here, and very grateful for you. So thank you.
And maybe just as a parting shot, you know, just your message to the public around the Xoli Foundation and the love and support that you've been receiving in the past couple of weeks?
Yeah, I think just to say thank you so much for all of the support. The Xoli Foundation is nothing without every single one of the individuals who give into the foundation, who share about the foundation, and honestly, I am always so overwhelmed at how many people's lives we're able to impact and touch through the foundation. And honestly, we're just getting started. We're 5 years in, and there's so much more that we want to be doing, and it's so much more than what we ever dreamed or imagined. So I'm excited to see where it goes, and grateful to every single one of you who continue to support us.
That is so beautiful. Rachel Xoli, the co-founder and CEO of the Xoli Foundation. I love the fact that she says just getting started, even though they're 5 years in. There's so many others, Fundo and Bongiwe, that we're going to be chatting to. I saw Clinton Larson among some of the guests that are here. We know what Magesi FC was able to do against Mamelodi Sundowns, expecting the likes of Oxen Chair, Lucas Khatebe, who was recently, of course, honored in the South Africa's Hall of Fame. So I will be making sure that we bring you through all of those big industry leaders and, of course, sport personalities that are out here at the 2024 Sport Industry Awards.